Hi everybody, I'm Shah Rukh Khan and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. Keep watching it with Faridoon.
आज हमारे साथ में एक शख्सियत हैं, उनका नाम है हैरी और पेशे से टूरिस्ट गाइड हैं। तो हैरी साहब बहुत बहुत इस्तकबाल, स्वागत, सत श्री अकाल आपको बॉलीवुड हंगामा में पहली बार। तो हैरी में अगर हम हैरी की बात करें तो हैरी में कुछ इस तरीके की बातें हैं कि नहीं, आपको लगता है?
नहीं है उसमें, उसका यार वो कुछ ऐसा सिंगर विंगर बनना चाह रहा था जिंदगी में, बहुत पहले वो चला गया कहीं और वो हुआ नहीं उसके साथ जो वो चाहता था। और जब नहीं चाहता था तब हो गया। तो जैसा अमूमन जिंदगी में होता है, लाइफ इज लाइक दैट। सो in a I won't say like a funny or a comedic way, but the reality of his life is so funny itself. You know, so when he expresses things, sometimes they come out like the actual person that he was years ago, which is, of course, he's from Punjab. He's a little angry with the world at times, and of course his relationship with women has been a little checkered, to say the least. And एक गाना है अभी आया, तुम गाना भी उसका कवर प्लीज यार, सफर का ही था मैं सफर का रहा, ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग। तो वो वैसा ही है वो गाना, एक्चुअली जो है ना उसको थोड़ा सीरियसली दर्शाता है, इतना सीरियस नहीं है बट वो सीरियसली, हालांकि ही इज नॉट ट्राइंग टू बी फनी, बट वो जैसा है, कई होते हैं ना ऐसे लोग कि वो दे आर नॉट ट्राइंग टू बी फनी, दे आर फनी बिकॉज तुम्हें उनका बैकग्राउंड नहीं मालूम है। सो आई थिंक ही इज लाइक दैट, एंड या, एंड ही इज अ टूरिस्ट गाइड व्हिच ही डजंट वांट टू बी मे बी.
Okay.
And he's guiding people, but actually he needs guidance himself.
He needs guidance himself. Okay. And now you're working with Imtiaz Ali for the first time, and he has this entire, I think, theory about the journey is more important than the actual destination. How different was working with Imtiaz maybe compared to other directors that you worked with?
ये तो मुझे अभी बता रहे हो यार, इसलिए उसने एडिट खत्म नहीं किया पिक्चर का शायद। लग रहा है जर्नी ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है, डेस्टिनेशन नहीं। ही इज़ क्वाइट अमेजिंग यार, ही इज़ रियली अ फन गाय, ही इज़ वेरी स्वीट, और आई थिंक द बेस्ट क्वालिटी ऑफ इम्तियाज़ इज़ दैट ही इज़ वेरी डिग्निफाइड. You know, I find dignified people really nice. So I don't want to sound patronizing, but apart from the great talent that he has in writing and making films, the great understanding that he has of emotions very subtly underlined, जो बातें घर कर जाती हैं, without actually, you know, खुदाई नहीं दिखाई देती, उसकी नींव नहीं मालूम पड़ती, उसको कब बना रहे हैं पता नहीं चल जाता, but I think उसकी बातें घर कर जाती हैं. So I think apart from all that, I think there's this really nice quality of being very dignified and a gentleman. So I really enjoyed working with him and had a great time.
Right, and the fact that he's a very fine writer as well, does that make a difference as well, that someone who can write and direct?
Most certainly, yeah. I think, I mean, I don't want to make a sweeping statement, but I do think a writer-director is a great combination. You know, because when you write, you're thinking of things and characters and everything, and all that comes into your writing. So the direction becomes less. Though, of course, having said that, there's a great combination of non-writer directors working together too. But I think me who's done so many love stories, or at least people feel so, though I think I've only done 4 or 5, it's very important that if I'm part of a love story again, which is sweet and funny and warm and emotional and sad, that's how love stories are, the language is different. So it makes me do something else. The character of Harry is very different. You know, of course he's a lover. He's in a love story, he will be a lover. But he is not someone who's riding around on the roads or going in a Eurorail to find love and ladki ke piche pad jata hai. Actually, he doesn't want it only. So it's a reluctant lover. And to be able to write that and then get me to play it and say the lines, it helps me as an actor to do it differently.
Absolutely. You've also said that you're doing a full-fledged love story after quite a few years. Maybe I think after Kuch Kuch Hota Hai for the matter.
Maybe, yeah. Just say, yeah, boy meets girl, falls in love.
Correct. Right. So, and you know, many people, they love to see you in that avatar, and maybe I think that is a factor that jab Harry met Sejal, it's trending wonderfully because people love to see Shah Rukh Khan in this avatar in terms of romantic songs and the romantic language that you just speak, and that too written by Imtiaz himself. Do you think that it's making a difference, and that is something that is your strength, the biggest strength as a romantic hero?
I think I'm least strong as a romantic hero. Yeah. I find myself better in roles like Rais or Fan or Chak De, you know, where I don't know how to describe it, because I'm not someone who ever thought I could be a lover. Even when I joined films, very clearly, one of the things I told my friend Vivek Vaswani, who was taking me around and getting me to do films, is I don't want to do love stories because I don't think I can do love stories. I thought I don't look like a lover. I don't think I can say lines like a lover. And initially, when I worked with all the great directors also, even YSG cast me in Dar as a bad guy, you know. So later on he said, yaar, ye mere bete ne kahani likhi hai. And I don't know if people remember it, even Adi had not written a love story when he cast me in his film.
Okay.
वो कोई और फिल्म बना रहा था, कुछ एक्शन की फिल्म बना रहा था मेरे साथ.
Yeah.
Then one night he came and he said, मैंने चेंज कर दिया आइडिया यार. वो बनाते बनाते दिल में एक लव स्टोरी आई है, तो मुझे तेरे साथ बनानी है. So even then I told him, यार मैं थोड़ा यार, मैं कहाँ लवर लगता हूँ, मैं तो बाजीगर हूँ, मैं डर हूँ. So he said, नहीं यार, ये मैं बनाना चाहता हूँ तेरे साथ. It was just their conviction. And then Karan's and then YSG's to make love stories with me, and now Imtiaz's. I don't know how to be a lover. The only thing I can say is I think there's a part of me which is like a woman. And I think that part, all of us have a little yin and yang. And I think my woman part is very strong. So somewhere, without realizing it, when I play a lover, it just is more sensitive. That's the only way I can explain it. I mean, I really don't know how to essay love. कि मैं lines पढ़ के, I know actors and actresses. Wow, how lovely this line is. अभी मुझे नहीं समझ आती, तुम नहीं समझोगे अंजलि, कुछ कुछ होता है. कि उसमें क्या ग्रेटनेस है कि टूटता हुआ तारा देख के कुछ मांगोगे तो मिल जाता है. मुझे नहीं समझ आता उसकी ग्रेटनेस.
और तीन ही देवियों के सामने झुकता है, माँ देवी माँ.
मुझे नहीं समझ आती ये बातें. मैं असली लाइफ में शायद ऐसा नहीं बोलता हूँ, या ये लिखते बहुत अच्छा है करण, आदि, यशजी, इम्तियाज, तो अच्छी बातें लिख देते हैं. एंड आई जस्ट से इट बिकॉज आई कैन फील इट व्हेन समबडी टेल्स मी. आई रिस्पेक्ट अदर पीपल्स फीलिंग. सो आई थिंक देयर इज अ बिग वुमन इन मी. There's a large part of me which is like a woman, and I think that kind of comes to fore, and that makes me a lover, and actually the big woman in me makes me very manly also.
I'll tell you an interesting situation, because I think many of my cousins, they are huge fans of yours. They are willing to travel all the way from Delhi and everywhere to just meet you. So I'm very clear about that's not going to happen, that it's a professional thing that we are doing. But I'll just tell you one situation. We were in Nainital a few days back, and those IPL matches were going on. You were there in semi-final, and when you're watching a cricket match, especially IPL, you tend to be very, very intense. You don't know what sort of impact it is having on people who are watching and who are your fans. But I think you guys, Kolkata Knight Riders, they lost the match or something like that. So my cousin, my daughter told my cousin that they have lost the match or whatever. So her response was, she was not watching the match. Her response was, Shah Rukh udaas to nahi hai. You know, the idea is that they have this strange sort of, I think, protective vibe towards you, which I think is extremely rare. What do you attribute this to? That women, they tend to be comfortable with you around, even when they.
पहले तो उनको बोल देना मैं बहुत उदास था. बता देना उनको. I think दो बातें हैं इसमें. एक तो मैं बहुत सालों से काम कर रहा हूँ, और I think बहुत सारी जो औरतें हैं, from childhood or whatever, teenage or even older, you know, mothers who've become grandmothers now, childhood girls who are now like maybe having their first or second baby, teenagers who are, you know, settled, and now their children are studied and they're looking for jobs now. I think all of them have seen me, and I think they recognize the sensitivity that I have when I'm essaying these roles. And मेरी जो how do you say, you know, upbringing hai, is completely done by women. Whether it was my mother, then my sister, then my wife, then now my daughter. I have, and of course all the ladies that I work with. I think I have been brought up by women. And this is the only reasoning I can explain that people attach myself to them so fast, especially women.
Correct.
They know there is decency, there's dignity, and it's all right to feel sad with Shah Rukh. And it's all right to feel happy with Shah Rukh. As a matter of fact, I believe that 90% women also feel it's all right to be naughty with Shah Rukh. It's all right. Because I will not, I think, जैसे नहीं हो सकता मैं जगत मामा होते हैं, जगत चाचा होते हैं, मैं आई थिंक जगत लवर हूँ कि यार ये सही है, ये डिसेंट है, अच्छा है, प्यारा है, इसके साथ कुछ भी कर लो, किसी को, मैं हार्मलेस हूँ. I think I'm a harmless man. So I think girls like that. कि no which way हमको कुछ और इसको दिखाना पड़ेगा, ये हमको वैसे ही प्यार करेगा जो सच है. Correct. Because I love every woman in the world. equally, of whatever age, stage, wherever they come from.
Correct.
And they know he loves us without we having to try for him to love us back. So they love me back. I think that's as simple as that.
So this entire support that you guys have got with this entire debate on intercourse and the way it has been handled, does it in a way just make you feel good about the fact that the youth of this country, they are really not willing to just stand in front in any sort of unjust sort of censorship which is constantly taking place? Do you feel enough vindicated maybe, or because till the time you don't point it out, that word does not look out of place? And I think sex education is something that is a must, which maybe I think is missing in a big way for children.
See, I'd be very honest here. As a filmmaker, see, personally, I have got very strong viewpoints,
right,
which I normally don't bring to fore. I come to fore when I come to entertain people. I'm a filmmaker. I like to believe I'm a filmmaker, and a good filmmaker at that, in terms of wanting people to feel happy watching my film. In 25 years that I have worked, not that I have sat on it decidedly, but naturally, there is an inherent innocence to the films that I do. I don't get attracted to cinema, which in any which way can be disturbing to me, let alone to anyone else.
Right.
I'm from theatre. I've done stuff on stage, which perhaps in Hindi films they still have to do. I've spoken language on stage. I'm from street theatre. I've seen the whole gamut of things that happen all around in terms of performances. I've done all kinds of scenes on stage. And but when I came into films, somewhere I realized the importance of films. I'd like to believe I'm someone that you can openly go and watch a film of and not get... when I was releasing Rais, I don't know whether it was the youngsters, whether it was the oldsters, I don't know which stars they were, but people are, how is he glorifying a bad guy? Come on, it's a film. It's a story of a film. If I showed you Sholay from the point of view of Gabbar Singh, it will have some different outlook to it.
Correct.
But you would still like it, hopefully. So I make films from the heart. I know the expanse of this film, so when they tell me we'd like to give a UA or A to Rais, I understand. There's blood, there's fighting. I'll never fight for it with the censorship. I've never fought with the censorship. Having said that, I'd still like to believe within the trailers, when a word like intercourse comes, or sex comes, or any other word comes, maybe out of context of the film, it can seem a little... If the word is right, I don't know, it seems a little harmful or treacherous.
Okay.
But I think when it will be seen in the context of the film, I don't think any of this issue would arise. Right. It's unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate that the youngsters felt like this or the censor board felt like this. Both of them is unfortunate. I think it's a very normal thing. Being a filmmaker, me and Imtiaz did not participate in that conversation at all, because our film is completely not related to that.
Absolutely.
It's a different thing. So, am I proud of the youngsters of this country because they took up cudgels for a word? No, right. I'm just proud of youngsters of this country, whatever they do, not just for this. India has, I think, the best youngsters in the world. We are the youngest, we are the most beautiful, and we have a fantastic voice, and we have a great culture. So I'm very proud of the youngsters. My kids are young. That's why I can talk with such authority. I'm not being patronizing that I know all youngsters. But when I see them, I hear them, I chat with them, they have a different world. Yeah, me and my wife also sometimes get stumped. ये सब मालूम है इनको ऐसी बात करते हैं. But then you say there is an amazing amount of innocence and education attached to the youngsters in this country, which is even more into play because of internet and social networking and media. So it's brilliant that you have open-minded people, as long as culturally and dignity-wise we are still steeped and rooted. So I really don't know how to react to it. I'm just hoping, it's a word. Hopefully censor board will see it in the context of the film when they see, inshallah, and then they'll say, "Oh, nahi yaar, aisa nahi tha." But trailer, I understand, shayad wo out of context unko aisa lag raha hoga.
Right.
Though I must say there have been issues, not just from any authority, but ये picture में ऐसा क्यों दिखाया? कई लोग ऐसे वो इंटरनेट पे गाली गलौज करते हैं, ये करते हैं. चलो ना यार, अपना काम से काम रखो, हटो. मतलब मैं ये भी कह सकता हूँ. But I'm a public figure, loved by millions. So I have to keep a decent front and say, yeah, I'm really sorry. We'll try and make it as good as possible for you. But there are days when you feel like कि चुप रहना अपना काम कर साइड में हवा आंदे 250 ग्राम. You feel like saying it to them, but then you say चलो ना यार अभी हर किसी का एक point of view है.
कुछ पता नहीं किस चीज़ पे आदमी आजकल कैसे reactions.
हाँ, so it is better. It is better that you have a conversation of equality with people who think equally like you.
Absolutely.
Even if they are not equals otherwise. You can't have it with everybody. Everybody's got a, you know, when everybody speaks together like they do on platforms we have, it's just a lot of noise.
A lot of noise.
You can't make sense out of it. Even if you're the one who's trying to make sense, it doesn't filter through.
No, absolutely. In fact, I think Javed Akhtar Saab has said a very interesting thing that in Sholay, that scene where Dharamji is saying in the Shiv temple that he's impersonating and Hema Malini ji is there. And so he said that I can't write a scene like this today because I really don't know who will get offended. At that point of time, no one noticed that aspect. So, but today you have to be like, you really don't know that on what.
I think these people have more platforms to talk here. और लिख देते हैं जो दिल में आता है. Maybe they also don't mean it so deeply.
Right.
अभी लिख रहा हूँ यार ये मेरे को ठीक नहीं लगा. अभी जगह है ना बोलने की. पहले बोलते होंगे, बस में बोलते होंगे, गाड़ी में बोलते होंगे, घर में बोलते होंगे, बाथरूम में बोलते होंगे, शीशे में देख के एक दूसरे से बोलते होंगे. But अभी क्या जगह यार मेरे को अच्छा लगा. So I think it just collects and goes like that. But it's a sign of our times, and I don't think we should really get disturbed by it. But it's good. The good part is that you get feedback very fast, and you know, there are a lot of people who don't like this. See, I think cinema should not, my cinema at least, I believe. I'm sure I'm not speaking for everyone else, but my cinema is very clearly not meant to incite or disturb anyone. It is meant to have a collective viewing of a certain type. I know Race will be watched by certain people, Happy New Year by a certain sector of family, Chennai, Harry Met Sejal by lovers, hopefully. But I know the sect, the target I know, but I think they should watch it collectively, and I keep that in mind when I'm making a film.
So we have a section basically where if Harry meets certain people, so then how he is going to be reacting. So we'd like to have your opinion on that, sir. So what will happen when Jab Harry meets Karan Johar? What do you think will happen when Harry meets Karan Johar?
Yeah, whenever we meet, we just hug. He comes and says bhai and gives me a hug.
Right. Harry, sir, not Shah Rukh Khan, but Harry.
If Harry met Karan,
Ji.
I think Harry will start working for him. He can become his travel agent because Karan travels so much.
Right.
I think, and he'll tell him, यार कि तुम कितना घूमते हो अपने दोस्तों को भेजते रहना. Karan is so social. He'll have so many friends. So he say, yeah, please यार वहाँ भेज दिया करो मेरी भी नौकरी चल जाएगी.
Okay, and when if Harry meets जब Harry meets Salman Khan, what do you think will happen?
I think ऐसा movie में है नहीं, but Harry would ask Salman some workout tips. Okay. हैरी थोड़ा पंजाबी है, थोड़ा सिक्स पैक वैक है, कुछ बॉडी, तो फिर भाई से जब मिलेगा तो बोले यार सिखा दे यार, मुझको भी सिखा दे, मेरे को भी आपकी जैसी बॉडी चाहिए. बिकॉज आई थिंक सलमान हैज़ द काइंड ऑफ बॉडी विच पीपल ऑफ नॉर्थ रियली लव.
Absolutely.
You know, and poor Harry doesn't have it, so he'll say यार मुझको भी बता दे कुछ नुस्खे बता दे कि मैं भी तेरे जैसा बन जाऊँ.
But I think you're looking in great shape, sir. In fact, when you're coming, so I think this guy or this one, he said that he's looking so fresh. He's literally glowing and all that. So
दाढ़ी काट ली ना मैंने, दाढ़ी उठाता हूँ तो मैं दाढ़ी लगा के मैं.
But even the abs and everything, the way they're coming across, I think very nicely. What happens when जब Harry met Imtiaz Ali? अगर Harry Imtiaz Ali से अगर मिलेंगे तो क्या उनका reaction होगा?
We'd go for a cycle ride in Amsterdam because Imtiaz is always, he's got a beautiful cycle which he's got from Amsterdam all the way.
Right.
मतलब ऐसा था ना लोग बाहर से आते हैं क्या लेकर आए तो वो एम्स्टरडैम की साइकिल लेकर आया. So Harry being a tour guide in Amsterdam actually would have ridden. We don't have a scene actually in the film here riding a cycle. That's strange he didn't ride it. But yeah, he would go night में riding with Harry with Imtiaz and look for a night place to eat food because Imtiaz likes that.
Okay, yeah, Imtiaz is
he loves going to some nook and corner and eating food.
Right, and what will happen when Harry meets Gauri Khan?
I think Gauri doesn't talk to strangers.
Okay.
So she'll not talk. काम करो हमको जगह बताओ, and Gauri will find out some furniture stores to see and some museums. And she'll say दिखाओ ज़्यादा बात मत करो, साइड में खड़े हो जाओ. Which suits Harry. Harry doesn't talk himself too much.
So we've taken a few fan questions. There are too many of them. I think almost 800 replies were there till the time I saw, but we'll take a few at least. The other ones they'll be just killing me, but still we'll take a few. This is Samina from New York City. Are there any traits of Harry that you feel you also have? If not, which ones would you like to have?
I think there's a trait that Imtiaz developed where he suddenly loses it. You know, he gets very angry when he's asked too many personal things.
Right.
But then kind of covers it up because he doesn't want to hurt the person, because he's in the tourism industry.
Right.
You know, you can't shout at your clients.
Right.
So deep down inside, there are days when he does it in the film also, some very funnily. But yeah, I think I'm like that. When I'm asked too many personal things and troubled again and again, I can lose it. And then I just control myself.
Okay. What's the best thing that you learnt while working with Imtiaz Ali? This is Amir from Germany.
That wherever you go, Imtiaz Ali has a place which is his favorite, which is either a nightclub or a lounge bar or an eating place that he can find. And it'll always be, you can't access it by a car, you have to walk long distances to reach it.
This is Pallavi from Pune. What you seek is seeking you. Do you believe in this? And I love you more than myself.
I also love you, Pallavi, more than myself. But having said that, no, actually, yeah, I believe in it, that if you're seeking something, you should not be desperate about it. If you go easy about it, I mean, of course, you have to have desires and dreams. Have them, but don't go seeking very hard for them. They will come to you. What you want to attract will be attracted to you.
All right. This is Dipanjan Bhattacharya from Kolkata. Hi, Shah Rukh sir, you have worked with so many directors, but who is your favorite one?
यार फेवरेट तो वही होता है जिसके साथ पिक्चर रिलीज पे जब मैं ऐसे इंटरव्यू कर रहा होता हूँ तो इम्तियाज होता है. That's the easiest way to.
So you see, that's an easy question, because even you say
I've worked with some really great people.
Right.
You know, so to choose a favorite would be different reasons. Like Karan is very close to me personally. He's like a younger brother. Adi is one of the finest friends I have. I can call him just now and in times of trouble or happiness. YesG, of course, just by the fact that he's just a fine friend and a lovely man. Aziz Mirza, I started. So there's so many of them. Mani Ratnam sir. So there's so many. Actually, I can keep on. Some people I've just worked once. Rajiv Mehra is really sweet to me. So there are lots of directors. So I don't want to Abbas Mastan. So I don't want to just like choose one name. Not because I don't want to be choosing one, but because I have special bonds for different reasons with different people. But safest is to say the one that you're working with. Imtiaz Ali is also in those bonds only, but right now he's the favorite.
Okay.
Farah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, there's so many actually. Yeah.
This is @Dawn_Sunnick. When is the trailer releasing? Biggest question of the year. Where it's a mystery. When is the theatrical trailer of, he means to say, I believe, of Harry?
It will release on the day it will release, yeah. I mean, I find it so strange that there's some people. Once the movie releases,
right.
I have a simple logic. I don't tell people to like it if they don't like it.
Right.
When the movie releases, I don't tell people, pasand karo, achhi hai, bolo. Nahi achhi lagi, nahi lagi. That day it belongs to the people that I made it for.
Right.
Before that, it belongs to me. So I will release it the way I wish to. And I think there are certain things a director has in mind. And a film's release should be according to the director's head. That how he wants the film to unfold. And you know, when it's not a marketing gimmick, it's not a marketing peg. It's the way a film should breathe. And that's how we've been wanting to breathe. I hear a lot of people, a lot of Bollywood film sites who have even issued a warning, if I don't release it now, the film will not do well.
Okay.
And thank you very much. And yeah, okay.
Please go ahead.
But, yeah, it'll come. I think we've released a beautiful song today, Safa. We still haven't released the love song.
Oh, okay.
In a love story, which is still to come, which is fantastic.
Right. How many songs in total, sir?
काफी हैं यार. Background में बहुत हैं, because I think Imtiaz has not just treated it background.
Nurani Sisters का भी आपने बताया.
बड़ा खूबसूरत piece है, छोटा सा piece है.
5-6 गाने आपने बताया था कि हैं और बाकी background में हैं.
हाँ. They keep coming in patches. Like you go to a nightclub, there's a Diplo song, which is again brilliant. Okay. So when they go to the nightclub, it's an original song Diplo has done, and as we speak, he's mixing it with a Hindi singer in LA right now, and I'm meeting him on 20th and hearing it out. So we have all that happening in the film, which will come out, and yeah, so will the trailer.
Okay, so what's your thought process like? Because when we are meeting you right now, you are absolutely enjoying yourself, and you I think just get involved in whatever you do, be it the interviews or almost anything. But when you have all these judgments being passed on you that Shah Rukh should be doing 100 crore honi chahiye, 200 crore honi chahiye, 300 crores honi chahiye, and this is what he should be doing, and all sorts of judgments, they keep on just being passed left, right, and center. Does it affect you? How do you just maintain your equilibrium that I know what I'm doing?
You know, one thing, with all humility, I think one thing is I've done this for longer than most people who pass judgment.
Right.
I've been in this job. I've seen immense amount of failure. And when I say failure, I've seen it from my point of view of being a big star.
Right.
So the fall from grace is even further than people can imagine.
Right.
They're well-wishers who write really good things. So I take notice of it. I realize it. You know, there's some sweet ladies like your sister who said, "Wo dukhi to
yeah,
I don't know."
Her name is Sadaf actually. She's my wife's cousin sister. Yeah.
Sadaf. Yeah. So Sadaf said कि वो दुखी तो नहीं है.
Right.
So I take notice of that. उदास तो नहीं है.
और जो उसमें आवाज में जो शिद्दत थी, मतलब you know, I just heard it. I was like that. It seems she knows him for the longest period of time, and
yeah. So I feel it. If somebody's written, "God, he's looking so tired," so I know people care.
Right.
Oh, he lost the match. He's feeling bad. People are saying this to him. His film didn't do as well as the last one. But you know, I'm aware of a lot of things.
Right.
You know, so when I release a race, I know its market. I know this is where it'll go. It's meant to be that kind of film. I don't make films for the biggest box office. Neither do I make films just for the art of it. I make films which my directors want me to participate in as an actor purely.
Right.
I still haven't started making films as a producer, to be honest. I'm still an actor first. But we produce them, and inshallah we'll do more so, and maybe I'll get used to making films for the box office and for the art of it. I just make them because as an actor I want to do them. And everything can't be compared. There will be a time and place for every kind of film. So 99.9% of things that people say and write back, if I notice them, I know they are with good intentions. Some of them are just said, and I don't react to them
media
negatively.
right now. So too much of media. That's something that I can say myself, that people have a lot of spaces to fill up as well. Which even personally I find it like strange at that.
Yeah, I think you guys really need to worry. Not the actors.
So I don't do it actually. I'm very conscious of the fact that...
I'm saying you really need to worry because there's so many people who think they can do your job. They don't understand that your job is a specialized job.
Right.
There is a certain... Whichever side you take, if you're a sharp journalist, if you're a happy journalist, you're a good journalist, you're a bad journalist, you're a wonderful journalist, you're an egoistic, whatever side you take, but you're still a journalist. You know, you're still a person who knows or has learned cinema after years of working in this job.
Maybe experience.
Maybe because of experience, yeah. But there are a lot of people who would love to take your job who've not experienced. So you should be worried. We are okay with it. When I hear it, I'm like, okay.
Okay, sir.
God bless you, do well.
All right. This is Ikra for SRK. Why do you think Harry could replace Raj Rahul? Because everyone still thinks Raj Rahul are the perfect lovers.
No, I don't think anyone can replace anyone.
Okay.
If you like Raj and Rahul, stay with them. If you like Harry, run away with them. Doesn't make a difference to me. It's not that... I didn't say it like that. I think in the interview, somebody was asking me, you played so many lovers. As personally, because I've evolved, I was 26 or 27 or 30 when I played those. So when I'm playing it now at the age of 50, maybe I've also learned some life experiences. Right. A lot of time has gone, 20 years have gone before I played those lovers which have become iconic. So maybe I have also evolved. So maybe this is an evolution, which you will see in it. Not that it's going to replace Raj or Rahul or Sunil or Ravi or whatever characters I've played. No, not to replace it. I don't think any character can replace any character. Sure. I'm very happy if people love Raj and Rahul more than Harry, or the other way around. Because at the end of it all, they're all played by me. So I'll be happy they're all my children. They're all parts of me. Right. So whichever part of me you love, I'm happy with that.
Great. All right, this is Pankaj from Mumbai. Is there anything between Jab Harry Met Sejal and Dwarf film for fans? Are you having any other film?
No, I'm just shooting Aanand Sir's film. Right. I think inshallah I'll finish by December. Right. I've kept Jan because it's a difficult film to shoot. Right. And I will decide on making a film only by Feb. In between them, no. Abhi to ye khatam hui wo chal rahi Aanand Sahab ki film.
I just spoke to Farhan a few days back, and there have been talks about Dawn 3 and Ritesh has said as well. So Farhan was saying that maybe he has an idea, and maybe I think by the year end, he may have like a more concrete idea or something like that.
Yeah, he's not narrated to me. We keep talking about it, but no, Farhan I have not met. He's on a holiday somewhere with his beautiful daughter, I think. Right. No, I haven't heard any story from them yet, no. Right. I had 2-3 ideas that I wanted to start by March, maybe next year, inshallah. But I haven't, I want to give free time to Anand's film post-December. I don't want to have anything, even if I'm just sitting at home. I think that's technically a challenging film, so I would like to take some time off.
Right. Experience of, I think you guys have shot with Salman for a song recently.
Yeah, we shot with Salman. Right. And really nice here. I think it's, see for us the technical high is amazing. You know, when you get to see what we've done with it. So it's also, and very sweet of Salman to come down for more than 2 nights, really long.
Right.
You know, from 2 in the afternoon to 3, 4 in the morning.
Absolutely.
And quite a hectic shoot, because not just because it's hectic, because you have to shoot every scene 3, 4 times.
You
know, to do the technical part. So very sweat of him, and I think it looked nice.
This is Manasa was Vizag once again. His favorite song in the album. What's your favorite song, sir?
In this one?
I
like. I didn't like it too much beginning, but I like Beech Beech Mein. It grows on you. But Safar.
Safar
is outstanding, and the Diplo song. That's outstanding. That's really outstanding.
Okay. Your favorite quote or dialogue from Jab Harry Met Sejal? This is Divya from Mumbai.
I like to do the one which is already out, because we're showing you only mini trails. Otherwise, the trailer hi dikhayega. I think the nicest dialogue is किसान होते हैं ना, इसलिए अपनी आवाज सुनने के लिए ट्रैक्टर की आवाज से ऊंचा गाना होता है. I think that's a really nice song, a really nice line. Both intense. It's not just about the volume. It's I really like that line.
So this is Chalni Kalayara. That's the handle @Chalni Kalayara. I don't know the name they haven't given, but the question is very interesting, because I think a lot of people would want that to happen. When will we see you doing a film with Rajkumar Hirani? You almost did a film with him.
Yeah, we've always discussed all the films that he's done without me. We've discussed together at one time or the other. Yeah, whenever he wants to do a film with me, inshallah. He's a very close friend. I have a lot of love and respect. We both have. We do ads and all together very often, and we spend some evenings together. We've always maintained that we could not do Munna Bhai, which is good, because we would have not been able to do it better than Sanju. But having said that, yeah, I think it's high time we did a film together.
Even so 3 Idiots, I believe you guys would.
Yeah, there was a time we were supposed to do it, but it didn't turn out like that. But yeah, one day or the other we'll do a film together. This
is Veer. How do you manage to be so nice and good all the time? Do you ever lose your temper? You mentioned that, I think, in the beginning, that if you're pushed...
No, I don't lose my temper, actually. When I lose it, then it's national news, so you'll know. But I normally don't lose my temper. I have genuinely a very pleasant way of being, demeanor.
Okay.
I don't lose my temper normally. Even if I lose it, I hide it very well. It's been years. I mean, yeah, maybe a few public spats and all I've had. But at home, I think I've never lost my temper.
Okay, so last question is from Shishir Timalsina from Nepal. I think your chemistry with Anushka is mind-blowing. What do you think about that?
मुझे ना वो chemistry समझ नहीं आती यार. I think it's an oft-repeated word, chemistry. But I really enjoy working with her. I love her. And especially more so because all the ladies or boys who've started off their careers with me, they'll always hold a very special place in my heart. And without sounding that I'm patronizing and I'm the actor they started their career off with, I see it that somehow they give me a feeling of confidence and love that I could keep on working with younger new actors who have a different language to speak. So I really love her. I really enjoy myself with her. She's like family. I've said that before. This ease of work and her talent is unquestionable. I mean, you know, she brings amount of earnestness, and I mean, I've always said this. I'll say it again. In a love story, like say Om Shanti Om, or even a rom-com like Chennai, or say Dilwale. I'm not comparing any film, but I think a love story tab panapti hai when the leading lady is the heart of the film, through her performance, to the way she behaves, to the way she's the object. Sorry, object is the wrong thing to say. I'm sorry, I apologize. But she is the central focal point of love. The love story works because you're in love with a girl. And yeah, it can be the other way around also, but I think being in love with a girl is more important. So the girl has to be the mainstay, and she's fantastic. I mean, if we were to call this film Sejal, it would be all right. I think Imtiaz has been kind to me because Ranbir gave the title and said, "Chalo, jab Harry met Sejal." But even today we were walking, and who met me? यार वो सेजल, my son actually says, "Papa, सेजल का कैसा है गाना जो आया आज, मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है." So in my house they call it Sejal, and it truly is. It could have easily been called Sejal with me lending able support because I'm a good lover. But she's beautiful. She's beautiful.
Do we have Anushka Sharma's name first up? Because that's what I think you had mentioned somewhere that.
It'll always be, I think. In our company, the girls always come first.
Yeah, that's
and in our company, always I'm the one who's playing the hero, so I just follow the girls. I always follow the girls. I've made a career out of following the girls, so I'm always second.
Thank you very much. Lovely talking to you as always.
Thank you, Fred.
Looking forward to Jab Harry Met Sejal and all your future ventures. And we hope that I think Dawn 3 is something that even personally I'll be very keen on watching, because that character is something that's really, really magnetic. And looking forward to everything that you do. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Give my love to Sadaf, and Fly safe.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.